Hi, welcome to She Spice. Matthew Perry's demise hit hard not only for devoted fans who cherished him profoundly, yet for the entire business. Just after he passed, a surge of privileged insights and wild connivances began surfacing. Bits of gossip flew about the crazy tension this industry put on him, saying it was a lot for him to deal with. Then the bomb dropped that he was gone too far before he passed on. This large number of hypotheses prompted one consuming inquiry: who could be behind this? Somebody must inventory them. Who's the vendor news a few group who provided Perry with could have to deal with government penalties, and on the off chance that he was being constrained into obscure stuff, who was calling the shots, and why on June 25, In Touch freely recognized that the big name who was totally helpful with specialists was socialite and entertainer Brooke Mueller. Now on the off chance that you don't have the foggiest idea that's identity as Charlie Sheen yet, as of late reports are coming out that the federal authorities have discovered some serious proof that is pointing fingers at some significant VIPs in this entire asserted murder case. No doubt you heard that, right? The very individuals we've all appreciated from the sidelines may be messed up in this wreck, except that the police are researching individuals that might have given the ketamine to him, his PPs, his colleagues, or his companions. I figure the most probable charge would be compulsory murder. Imagine that similar stars who've been gracing our screens could be connected to something as dull as this. Consider the possibility that the supposed style of Hollywood is only a cover for a more violent underside. These new improvements are causing so much commotion and filling that there's a lot greater trick impacting everything here. Mueller's past decisions might have set her in a position to give a coincidental episodic foundation to the specialists exploring Mr. Perry's demise. So is it conceivable that these celebs were essential for a few high-stakes games involving Perry as a pawn in their scandalous little tidbits? Imagine a scenario where this entire thing is only a glimpse of something larger, with additional stunning disclosures to come. The more you dig, the more it seems as though reality may be way uglier than we, at any point, envisioned. Exceptionally interesting on the grounds that he was being recommended ketamine for clinical reasons. Matthew Perry's passing is going to totally expose Hollywood's clouded side, uncovering a wound universe of de-managing a few renowned characters trapped in the aftermath. Purportedly, the LAPD, working with the USDEA and the U.S. Postal Examination Administration, is preparing for a public interview to report potential charges, including compulsory homicide policing. Except that different individuals could be charged in Matthew Perry's case. That is correct. You heard me right up to this point. Charlie Sheen's ex, Brooke Mueller, has been examined by the police regarding her association with Perry. However, she hasn't been blamed for any bad behavior yet. That is not all. It has additionally revealed the name of another entertainer who's currently tangled in this muddled examination. The strain is mounting, and this outrage could uncover a few stunning bits of insight about the undesirable underside of Hollywood, hearing reports that murder allegations could be recorded, and that is truly what's going on. In these cases, Matthew Perry needed to be recognized as something other than Chandler from Companions, and keeping in mind that he had an effect when he was alive by talking so transparently about his issues with substance misuse. It seems like his passing could have an effect too, as the examination could uncover de-managing in Hollywood. Specialists keep on investigating how Perry acquired the huge measure of ketamine that was in his framework when he suffocated, and male extortion might be involved. Uncovered that Matthew Perry had sufficient ketamine in his framework for general sedation, so enough to have been worked on so clearly that was a high portion. The examination concerning Matthew Perry's suffocating proceeded, and 8 months later, the entertainer was found dead in his hot tub. Specialists have been scrutinizing his colleagues in any event, holding onto a PC and telephone from Charlie Sheen's ex, Brooke Mueller, who has purportedly been helping out the examination and stays inflexible. She didn't have anything to do with Perry's demise. One road that is being investigated by previous CIA and Facebook biologist Tracy Walter is mail extortion. As she said, there's been a blast in D-rings, sending solutions through the mail. Misrepresentation is a government offense, and the organizations taking care of the examination concerning Matthew Perry's passing, the Los Angeles Police Division, DEA, and U.S. Postal Examination Administration, are supposedly getting ready to document charges against numerous individuals who might have been involved. Male misrepresentation is only one method by which Matthew Perry might have gotten the ketamine that was found in his framework. Walder expressed bringing up that frequently individuals will pay companions to give them their solution, one way or another. No homicide accusations are supposed to be recorded, as Perry is dared to have taken the ketamine himself, all the way entertainer was apparently getting ketamine medicines. Around the hour of his passing, yet a post-mortem precluded that the D he'd taken might have been from his last treatment, which supposedly occurred a week and a half before his October 28, 2023 passing. Hugh Perry conceded to having manhandled ketamine in his diary companions, sweethearts, and the huge, horrendous thing which came out a year prior. To kick the bucket, he depicted it as feeling like he'd been hit in the head with a monster, blissful digging tool, and said they should have called it. Maddie, it seems like the specialists are ready to consider numerous individuals responsible for providing Matthew Perry with the D that purportedly prompted his passing and conceivably uncovered a Portio. Of Hollywood CDD managing strategies, so this be a star who had been exceptionally near Perry for a really long time, and even shared screen time with him, is presently entangled in the investigation. They were found in a photograph together at a specialist office known to recommend ketamine. When reached for this present week, the specialist's office guaranteed they never treated Perry and said, "We are not consulting with any policing any cases right now anyway." The entertainer's wireless couch will be a key focus on the police. A source told In Touch magazine, "I'm 100% sure the federal authorities will find the instant messages between the two that will uncover a ton of data that could help their examination." Previous CIA and FBI specialist Tracy Walder told Page 6 that various individuals could be charged with making sense of how D-rings utilizing mail extortion to send physician-recommended prescriptions have detonated. AM will be the inquiry. She said they clearly understood what they were doing was off base by D managing anyway. Did they effectively realize that by securing this, it would kill him? One more alarming improvement has arisen in the outcome of Matthew Perry's less than ideal passing, which happened when he suffocated in his hot tub because of the intense impacts of C in October 2023, as per In Touch. The LAPD has scrutinized a female VIP in regards to her expected contribution to the misfortune. They've been effectively examining Matthew's demise, and she's a notable figure by her own doing. They initially met during recovery, and their companionship was unforeseen, a source uncovered in a report distributed on Wednesday, June 19, albeit the lady's character remains undisclosed. Uncovered, she is hitched to a top-notch star. The source recognized the trouble in deciding her precise job in Matthew's passing demise, but stressed that she denies any contribution. She's held legitimate direction and has collaborated in numerous gatherings with policing as they looked through her level-headed living home. The insider added, "She's staying hush, but the issuance of a warrant suggests specialists have valid leads. She's profoundly distressed, no matter what her inclusion, and this present circumstance could push her into the cerebrum." The police are currently addressing Streen-Mueller. Charlie Sheen's ex is an individual of interest. Perry and Miller supposedly met in recovery and remained companions. The source proceeded with saying that Matthew had been going through ketamine imbuement treatment preceding his demise. Anyway, the ketamine distinguished in his framework during the examination didn't match his last treatment, which happened north of 7 days before he kicked the bucket. Consequently, the DEA and U.S. Postal Assessment Administration, as a team with LAPD, are researching the wellspring of the substance found in Matthew Perry's framework. In Touch likewise detailed that the unidentified lady was completely helpful when specialists showed up with a court order at her level-headed living home. She intentionally gave up her iPhone and PC, but she was neither captured nor cuffed. Matthew's passing on October 28, 2023, at his Pacific Palisades home crushed his family, companions, and fans, and recognitions poured in for the entertainer known for his humor and warmth. Yet the consequential convulsions of Matthew Perry's sad passing keep on being felt all through Hollywood, and presently, one of his most established showbiz partners has ended her quietness. Virtual entertainment was overflowing with recognition as Matthew Perry's fans and individual entertainers hurried to offer their appreciation following his unexpected passing. Ione Skye, who was featured closely by Perry in his 1988 film debut, A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon, which is the furthest down the line, Star to laud the late entertainer Jennifer Aniston, David Schwimmer, Matt LeBlanc, Lisa Kudrow, and Courtney Cox made a joint announcement as they wrestled with their misfortune. The excess individuals from the Companions cast said, "We are stunned and profoundly disheartened by our darling companion." Matthew's passing the triplet composed it actually appears to be unimaginable. Everything we can. Subscribe Spice for more videos.